Hello. This is a lump of clay, and it's not exactly beautiful yet, but throughout human history, humans have used their hands to form clay into beautiful shapes. And there's three main ways of doing this. So today, we'll learn those so that you can turn clay into a beautiful statue. To build a statue, or anything out of clay, you have to be able to use your hands to form the clay into the shapes that you want. You'll do this by using three hand-building techniques. These techniques are called slab, coil, and pinch. Using these techniques, you can make pretty much any form you can imagine. First, we'll look at slab building, where you use slabs of clay to create geometric forms like cubes, pyramids, and cylinders. The first step to slab building is making templates for the walls and base of the shape you would like to create. Measure out the shapes you need and then cut them out. Once you have your templates, you're ready to get a hunk of clay. Take your hunk of clay and roll it out. Roll it out until it is pinky thick. Once you have a pinky thick slab of clay, you can set your template on the clay and cut out the shapes you need. That piece is for the base. Now I'll cut out the walls. Once you have all your pieces, you can stack them up and see how they all fit together. There's a cube. But the cube is not attached until you scratch all the pieces. When you scratch a piece of clay, you're basically creating clay Velcro. So every point that attaches will need to be scratched with that little metal tool called a scoring disc. Then you dab the Velcro areas with water. This is like the glue. And then press all the pieces together firmly yet carefully. Use a tool to stitch up the seams between the slabs. Don't forget to put on the roof. And then use your fingers to smooth everything. And then you will have a geometric form made from slabs. Using slabs, you can make all types of geometric forms, like pyramids. You just cut the shapes you need out, scratch them, dab them, and press them together. Stitch and smooth them to make them nice and neat. And there you have a pyramid. You can also make cylindrical shapes using slabs, with a circular base and a big rectangle wrapped around a mold. Scratch it, dab it, press it together, stitch and smooth, and you've got yourself a cylinder. The second hand building technique is coil, where you use coils of clay to make curving forms like these. To do this, first you'll need a base. So roll out another pinky thick slab of clay and cut out the size circle you need. Roll out some coils with long, light rolls so that they are neat and pinky thick. Then scratch around the edges of your base to make that clay Velcro. Scratch the coil as well. Dab with water and press the coil on. Continue stacking coils up to make the shape that you want. As you stack, you can make your coils go in, you can make them go straight up, you can make them come back out to make hourglass shapes or spherical shapes. Brace the outside and stitch the inside to make sure that everything is strong, and continue building up until you get the form you're envisioning. Could be something like that. You can also use coil building techniques with a funky shaped base to get more curvature in your walls. So here I'm cutting out a very curvy base shape, and then again rolling out coils, scratching them, dabbing them, stacking them up to create this shape. Pretty cool. If you don't like the look of the coils on the outside, you can stitch them and smooth them to get a completely smooth outside. The third and final hand building technique is pinch. You can use pinch to make spheres, ovals, and tubes. To make a form using the pinch method, start with a hunk of clay and form it into an egg shape, and then poke your thumb into the egg shape until you're about a pinky's width from the bottom. Then begin pinching around the bottom part of the hunk of clay until it is pinky thin. Work your way up the middle and eventually get to the top, and you'll have yourself a nice bowl shape. If you make 2 bowls, you can attach them into a sphere by scratching them, dabbing with water, and pressing them together. Stitch it, smooth it, and you will have a beautiful hollow sphere. You can use the same process to make an oval shape. You can also use it to make a tube by poking your finger through one side and the other to make a completely hollow tube, and then pinching that tube around your finger until it is pinky thin and longer. Like that. Now you know how to use slabs, coils, and the pinch method to make any form you want to out of clay. If you make a variety of forms, you can attach them together to make a statue or a larger sculpture. Begin to envision your statue and figure out which techniques will be best to build the shapes you need.